That intro be killing me. Welcome back to the Alpha. Welcome back to the Alpha platform. I cannot talk today, you guys. Welcome back to the Alpha platform. Thank you guys for joining me for today. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the stream. I greatly appreciate all the love and support. I'm going to give a few more minutes for people to join, and then I'll get started with the hot topics. Okay, give me just a few minutes here. Okay, so I got a lot of people asking me, how was the Argentinian trip? It went well, I would say, for the most part. I filmed a lot of vlogs, some content about that trip as well. I'm going to release those vlogs pretty soon. I'm trying to do some edits. I'm trying to do some other things with that content, but it was a unpleasant surprise is what I will say. It's what I've described Argentina as, a very unpleasant surprise. I definitely will not be going back. What's up, Darian? I see you in the comments. Thank you so much for joining today. I greatly appreciate this love and support. Thank you so much. How you been? Let me know in the comments below. The trip, I was just talking about that, Darian. The trip was terrible. We both got sick. My husband and I, we both got sick. Thankfully, we are recovering right now. Yeah, we're back in the States. I got a vlog coming up, so I'll describe everything for you guys in the future. Anyhow, we got some topics to discuss today. We're going to kick off the show today with talking about Tamar Braxton versus Craig, the writer from T.S. Madison's Fact Talk. Do you guys know about T.S. Madison, like the Fact Talk and whatnot? So apparently they had a little run-in. Tamar confronted Craig at the show in Chicago at a live show, and I want to talk about that a little bit more. So let's get into it. Let's go. Add it to the stage. Let me go ahead and blow this up, and we will start the show. This is Tamar Braxton versus Craig, the writer.
You hold my feet to the fire about giving my opinion about how I feel about things. And then you get on this platform and say what the fuck you want to say, and then you want my sister to hold me accountable about my opinion when you're doing the same thing, and I'm just confused about that.
Okay, let me clarify some things. You got to clarify.
No, I'm tripping.
No, he got
Because it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. But the difference is I can't even navigate.
So just so you guys know, that is T.S. Madison right here, and beside her is Craig, the writer. So I'm gonna let it continue, and I'll come back to my commentary. The crowd is so messy. That crowd is messy.
I'm just stating my opinion like you do. So I would like to understand. I will pose this question to you, Frank, because I like you.
Now, wait, sister, wait. Now, tell me, sister, you like it. Now, you do like it.
I do.
And I like you. And I like you.
So what is the difference between what we do?
Okay, here's what I want to say. Hold on, y'all let my two sisters have their Monday. Not too much, bitch. Let me say this. First and foremost, it is not my intention to try to tear you down in front of these people.
Are you sure?
I want you to listen and not interrupt. I didn't interrupt you. I just want you to listen. What I want to say.
Girl, say it.
Don't give me girl, because I didn't disrespect you.
You sure you got your titties out?
Not the misgendering. We got Tamar in the house misgendering Craig. This is crazy disrespectful. Mad disrespectful.
Trying to get the one of disrespect. Well, I'm trying not to go there with you. I'm trying not to go there with you. And so what I was going to say, sister, let it get it out. This is a part of what I was saying about you on the show. I said on the show, if you and I were friends in real life, I said you and I have a rapport. We've talked on Instagram, but if you and I were friends in real life, these are the things that I would say to you, because for me, in my real life, and I have real friends here in the audience, I can't be friends with you if I can't be honest with you.
My friends are honest.
Let her finish this. Part of the problem is you don't like constructive criticism.
Bitch, I don't know that girl.
See, now it's girl, now it's bitch. Now, if I cut you up in here,
You can't tell
if I cut you up in here, then you can block me and tell me to block me down. If I cut you up in here, then you can block me and tell me to block me down. You can't even listen. If you listen to the room, they're on my side. Not yours. Okay.
Wait a minute.
This is what we're going to do. We were talking about this afterwards, but no, we don't need to talk about it. No, we do. You know what? No, we don't. Because I tried to give her an opportunity. You know why? Because what I think.
Okay, that was super messy. Super messy. Let me see if I can read some comments. Give me just a moment. Tyra Mail says, give me just a second, you guys. We got 6 people in the house. Do not forget to like the stream. Thank you guys for the love and support. Tyra Mail says, Craig should have ate her ass up. It's bitches like her that keep gays around her only for a good laugh. She's no friend nor ally. Gays, wake up, because some of y'all love the company of late fish like her. I already warned y'all about tilapia. I warned y'all about trout. I warned y'all about flounder. What I mean by that is every female is not your friend. Some girls just feel like gays are there as supporting cast members, supporting them doing their hair, their makeup, their fashions, and that's it. They don't want to see the girls, meaning the gays, headlining, coming out, doing their own things, having their own shows, doing, just starting their own businesses. They don't want to see it. A lot of women don't want to see it. So I agree with that comment. Moving on here, Truffle Sky says, I'm so sick of Craig. Excuse me, guys. The volume came back. Trouble Sky says, I'm so sick of Craig. You don't want to be called girl, but TS in the background screaming sister, huh? It just depends on how you're using it. It's like, some women don't want to be called bitch. It depends on the context behind how you're using the word, So, next comment says, space meets sound. Last comment says by Albie, he says she doesn't need to take advice from him when their wallets don't match or the talent. He's an opinion. She is the talent. But if that's the case, if she truly is the talent, why is she showing up at Craig and T.S. Madison's show called Bad Talk? Like, why does she even show up if she's so booked and busy? I don't know. Let's read some comments here in the chat. Jagged Little Air says, hello. Thank you, man, for joining the stream. Welcome to the brotherhood. I greatly appreciate your love and support. Darion says, I know, right? Every female is not your friend. And when I say this, I'm not being misogynistic. I'm not being anti-woman, anti-female. I'm just saying as gay people, we need to be vigilant about the company we keep, because some people don't like us. They just like our talent, what we bring to the table, our resources, and we need to be mindful about that and move accordingly. Now, when it comes to Craig, the writer, I will say this. I am not the biggest fan of Craig. Sometimes on Fact Talk, I've seen him or heard him go in on other queer black men, specifically Billy Porter, for dating a white man, for having his house foreclosed on and things like that. I'm not feeling some of his rhetoric, some of his content that he puts out. I don't feel, I'm not here for it, but it's him. He's entitled to his opinion, just like Tamar is entitled to her opinion. Now, specifically, if you guys know what Craig said about Tamar that set Tamar Braxton off, let me know in the comments below, because I truly don't know why she was so upset. And this is an example right here. This is from a woman, the Polar Express. She says, I'm on Tamar's side with this one. Like, I've noticed that when it comes to gay men beefing with women will automatically hop on the side of other women. And that's why we as gay people need to stick together, because at the end of the day, we all fags, we all punks, and we all sissies to straight men and straight women. So we got to stick together. We got 8 people in the house. Not like stream. Thank you guys so much. Darion says, I have no female friends. I'm sorry to hear that. There are some legitimate really good females out here that can make some great friends for you. I have 3 close friends in my life, and they are Black women. I love them to death. We'll do anything for them. So yeah, there are great females out here, but not every female is worth your energy or your investment. Same thing about straight men. Not every straight male is worth your friendship, energy, or investment. Thank you guys for the comments. I greatly appreciate it. Keep the comments coming in. Yeah, that's Craig the writer. What do you think about Craig? What do you think about Fag Talk? What do you think about T.S. Madison? Because T.S. Madison been doing her thing out here. She stays booked and busy. She's always flying out here doing X, Y, and Z. So I really enjoy their show. Sometimes his commentary just simply rubs me the wrong way. That's all I have to say. That's like a bugaboo moment there. Next topic here. We're gonna talk about Say So TV. Y'all always be like, "Hey, Alfred, I want you to collaborate with Say So TV. You guys are similar in your rhetoric, what you guys talk about in the gay community." And recently, Say So TV, he came out with a video talking about his beef with other YouTube content creators copying his style, being clout chasers, and I want to cover that a little bit because just to give you guys a preface, I don't believe he's talking about me. I don't believe he's talking about me. I believe he's talking about other individuals. Myself and Say So TV, we are acquaintances. I would not say we are friends because we have not met personally, but he will check on me like, "Hey, how's your channel doing?" Vice versa, I'll ask him, "How's your channel doing? Do you need assistance? Do you need help? Maybe we'll collab in the future." I don't know, but let's check out what he had to say. This video says, "Addressing beef with other YouTube copycats and clout chasers." Let's get into it. I'm gonna blow this up. Let's go.
Hey, it was good. Thank y'all for tuning in again. So today I wanted to address a little bit of issue I got with a couple other content creators, especially right here on YouTube, for trying to mimic your boy. I have been told a few times by a few different snappers that, hey, these niggas is out here copying off of you, Say So. It's annoying, but, just wanted to let you know. In our community, and they need to be, more soft and submissive and shit like that. And if y'all been in this community long enough, you know that I was the first dude that got to talking like that in our community. Okay, I was being called Kevin Samuels, all kinds of shit, just for standing on something that was different from what most gay people was talking about. Because most gay people we know is liberals, especially gay Black people is liberals, and they believe in bodily autonomy and being able to do whatever you want, and we're all equal regardless of position, sexuality, all that. All right. Some of that I agree with, but I have been adamant of talking about how bottoms should value themselves in a different way, because that's how you get, treated like you're a trophy or something that's worth having, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not feeling how, see, the reason why I'm calling this out is because it's obviously copycatting off of me. This nigga literally is the same dude that was just like a couple of months ago talking about how there's all these different kinds of gay relationships, and most gay relationships are poly, and we need to stop trying to hold bottoms to a certain standard and all this other shit. That doesn't correlate with what I said and what you just said here recently, though. And I'm calling Cap straightforward, and I'm gonna actually tag him in this because I don't know if he felt like I took his thumbnail one day when he did the video talking about trans and straight women fighting, and he used the example of my sister and Joyce.
off of Now That's TV because everybody knows that my sister is Naj. And yes, I took that screen. I screenshotted that thumbnail, and when me and my sis went live to talk about it, I did put that up on my thumbnail because, nigga, that's my sister. I can do that. All right. Other than that, I don't see Armand. I don't know what he be talking about. None of that. I don't follow really none of these niggas. The only ones that I told y'all that I watched was the ones that I told y'all about in that video that I made about LGBT content creators for Pride Special last year. If they're not one of them, I don't fuck with them like that. Okay? I don't care how many numbers they have. That's why I haven't collabed with nobody and all of that, because I've noticed that the people who got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, they be the fakest ones, most clout chasing ones. See somebody like me who's purely authentic, and because my numbers are not as big as theirs, they think that they can copycat my rhetoric and my style and try to get my same kind of response, because they could tell, even though I was saying stuff that wasn't aligned with this community, people was rocking with me because I'm authentic and I'm myself. So they try to mimic that shit. See, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. There's so much clout chasing and baiting all around. This nigga trying to masculine bait. Now all of a sudden this nigga wants to have masculine clothes on. He wants to be kind of swaggy like me. He did mimic my swag, my whole little appeal. He's trying too hard. You are a flamboyant butch queen. All right? Stay in your lane. You was doing good with what you was doing, trying to copycat off of Jason Lee. Okay? Stay in your own lane. All y'all content creators. That's how we all are advocates in our own special way. Quit copying off of the next. Okay, Nico, you too. Because I've seen and I'll peep how all of a sudden now y'all want to start copying off of my topics, my flow and shit. I don't watch y'all niggas. They send it to me. Stay authentic and be true to your craft. Just because you see someone else doing something and saying stuff that wasn't aligned with what everybody else was saying and they're still successful does not mean that now you go start saying shit like that. That's fake. Stand true to what you believe in. That's the reason why I be going ham on a lot of these niggas, because the whole flamboyant character, you're copycatting and shit. You don't really know who your real true self is all the time when you're doing that, because you're too busy trying to focus on trying to cater to demographics instead of just being yourself. And if people don't fuck with you, then oh well, because that's how I am. But nah, these niggas wanted to watch somebody else stick their neck out and do the hard part, and now they want to try to follow up and piggyback off of the flame. No. Stay true to yourself.
All right, you guys. So I'm gonna give my commentary on this really quickly, and I'll read you guys' comments. I definitely agree with Say So TV. This is what I want to say, because I definitely want to give him his props. Is I've been on YouTube since 2018, and I took a year and a half off, I think between 2021 and 2022, 23-ish, around that time. I took a year off. And, I began to see his content. But before I took time off, I was talking about LGBT plus relationships, being married to a man, more conservative leaning topics in our community as well. But it wasn't gaining any traction because I was mixing it in with religion, because at that time I was in ministry and whatnot. So he inspired me to come back and talk about the same topics I used to talk about in 2018, but just talk about it in a different way. So he is right. He did kind of usher in a different type of conversation in the gay community, specifically the gay Black community. Now, what I want to say is that myself and him will be considered more conservative in terms of our thoughts about relationships, marriages, sexuality, sex with partners and whatnot. We are considered conservative to the extent that people tell me I'm too conservative to be a gay man. When I come out against polyamory, when I come out against thruples, when I come out against hookup culture, when I tell y'all to really try to build a life with a man, when I tell y'all to not keep y'all's body counts low, when I tell y'all to really do what you can to stay out of these streets and stop following what the other people in the gay culture are telling y'all to do. I live this. These are things that I live. I don't make this stuff up. You can ask my husband. He's right here. I live this stuff. Like, I don't know what it's like to engage in hookup culture. I don't know what it's like to do all these escapades that people are out here doing on social media. So like he says, be authentic to who you are. And, when I come on here and talk to you guys, I'm telling you guys, I'm giving you guys my real life. I'm giving you guys some advice as a 35-year-old gay man that I've learned that has helped me tremendously as I've gotten older. When I was younger, not hooking up once again, not going out and clubbing all the time. Like, I had my head down. I was working. I was in college. I was really waiting for a husband, to kind of experience love and sexuality, all those other things. So I encourage you all to do the same thing. I encourage you all to support Say So TV and listen to his commentary, because what he's giving you is game. What I'm giving you is game. I think there is a rising conservative movement taking place in the gay community. And I know it's rising. I know it's taking place because people like Armand, people like Nico's Aesthetic, these are people who are like Hollywood gossipers. Like Nico's Aesthetic, that dude is an adult content creator. He's a porn star, So it's like they're slowly starting to talk about relationships and how to be in relation with other men. But I want to guard you about this. I want to tell you this. Don't take advice from people who are not in relationships with other men, who are not in monogamous long-term relationships with other men. Me and my husband have 10 years under our belt. 10 effing years. Do y'all know how hard that is? Do y'all know how much of a struggle it is to be 10 years with a dude monogamously? So when I come on here, it's like, he's right. Be authentic to who you are. Be yourself. That's it. Just be yourself. When I do see conservatism rising in the gay community, it's because we're all tired. We're all tired of dudes being bed bugs. We're tired of being passed up by dudes so they can go out and smash other dudes, random strangers off the street. Gay people are sick of it. We're sick of it. We want partners. We want real love. We want romance, and we deserve it. We deserve it. But the only way we're going to get it is if we change. And that starts with us personally. You have to change. You have to, up your standards a little bit. Know what you want. Stop giving yourself out so freely to these dudes, mistaking sex for love, because a dude will pump and dump you, but that doesn't mean he loves you. He's going to commit to you. I'll tell y'all something. Tell y'all some of my business here real quick. One of the reasons why my husband proposed to me was because I had standards. I had boundaries about how I was going to be treated. I had rules in terms of when I was going to be active. I didn't just hop in bed with anybody at any time. Like 3 months, 4 months. I got to know you. We got to go get tested together. Those things get the attention of men, and it makes you stick out in the minds of other men. So when you are different and you're not a bed bug, that's how you get a man to notice you. Let's read some comments here. What's up, Kamani's Way? Thank you for joining. Welcome to the Brotherhood. You said you hope you didn't miss too much. You didn't, bro. You didn't miss too much. Thank you for joining. Nomadic Mariner. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? You said, hey, Alfred. Thank you for joining. We got Aqua Boogie in the house. You said, oh, but no, see, I draw the line when you come for Nico, lay low. What? Wait a minute. We're not coming for Nico. We're just saying that we're noticing some clout chasing and some copycatting going on, because Nico is an adult content creator. By definition, therefore, he is liberal. He is one of the people in the gay community that is encouraging hookup culture, encouraging sex positivity, encouraging you to be reckless with your body. And myself and Say So TV are the exact opposite. Now, there's things that Say So TV says that I don't agree with specifically. Like, for example, the whole comment that bottoms need to behave like women in relationships. I don't agree with that, but I still support his conversation, his rhetoric, and his platform. I still support him heavily. And that's why I wanted to feature him today. It's like, encourage you guys to keep supporting him, no matter what he said about Armand, no matter what he said about Nico. I kind of feel like people are following Nico and listening to Nico only because he looks a certain way. Because he's talking about adult content creators and adult stars, but what benefit is that really giving to our community? What benefit is pornography really giving to our community? Is that helping you guys find love? Is it helping you find a husband? Is it helping you feel happy and increase your self-esteem? Is it? Let me know in the comments below. Aqua Boogie, let me know, because I guarantee you it's not. It's not. It's really not. Next comment, we got Kirk. Kirk in the house. Thank you for joining. You said, sup, Alfred, just found out you were live. Yes, absolutely. Every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, we are live here on the Alpha platform. The Wolf Man is back. Kamani's way. You said, congratulations on 10 years. A struggle. And I come on here and I'm honest with you guys about the struggle, because when you get married and you find a husband, I want you to know it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. The shit is work, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way. So yes, thank you. Congratulations on 10 years. I greatly appreciate it. I think he can hear you in the background. Yeah, I'm sure he'll love that as well. Sean Wright in the house. You said Kirk and Alfred, my first and middle name. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what's up, dude. They call it Tocayo. We're Tocayos in Spanish. That's what they call it in Spanish. Anyhow, what do you guys think about Say So TV's rhetoric? Do you feel like Armand is copying Say So TV? Do you feel like Nico's aesthetic is slowly starting to creep over into relationship topics and whatnot? But once again, I caution you guys, do you really want to take relationship advice from celebrity gossipers? Do you want to take it from adult content creators? And do you want to take it from people who are not in long-term monogamous relationships? Myself and Say So TV are both in long-term monogamous relationships. I'll leave it up to y'all. Proof is in the pudding. I'll leave it up to y'all. Okay, let's see other comments we got in the house. Jacqueline, as you say hello, I want to make sure I acknowledge you. Thank you so much. Darion, your comment, all my friends are guys. I have one straight. All the rest of my friends are gay. Okay, that's good to know. At least you have some friends. That's all that matters. Okay, next topic. Give me just a minute. We're going to talk about Nelly. Nelly has been in the media ever since he performed at Donald Trump's cryptocurrency event, and people have been clowning him. But you know what? I feel bad for Nelly because, Ashanti just had that baby, and Ashanti is not playing with him. Ashanti's like, bro, go out there and get that check. I don't care who it is, get that Trump check because, I need to be a rich bitch, in the words of Nene Leakes. All right, so let's talk about Nelly. Let me pull Say So TV off the stage and go support his channel. Show love to him. Let's talk about Nelly. Give me just a moment. So before I get started, it says Nelly says his daughters are always welcome to live with him, but his sons must eventually leave the house. Let's go.
Come home, you always got a room. My son, he can come home, but he get the couch. Eventually, he got to get the fuck out. He got to. He a man. You got to go. You can always come home, and sometimes it may not fit, which it don't work out. I ain't knocking that because you got to get back up on your feet. You know what I'm saying? But just know, nigga, this is temporary. But home and I fucked up because I told my daughter, yeah, baby, don't worry about it. You can always come home. You always got a room. My son, he can come home, but he get the couch. Eventually, he got to get the fuck out. He got to. He a man. You got to go. You can always come home, and sometimes it may not fit, which it don't work out. I ain't.
Okay, we get it. So essentially, he's saying that his daughters can stay with him as long as they like, but the sons eventually have to leave the house. And I grew up in a household with a mom who was the same way. I was raised by a single mom. I understand times are hard, especially for a single mom. You can't always support your children. But she did ask me to leave the house when I was 19. And it was a big shock to me because I never gave my mom any issues. I was one of those gay kids who felt like I had to win her love. And the way I would go about it was I was a perfectionist. I would make straight A's. I didn't party. I didn't drink. I didn't do marijuana. I was a straight-laced type of dude as a teenager in my early 20s as well. Straight-laced type of dude. Never caused any problems. Kept the job. I eventually bought the only car we had in our family. I bought it with my own hard-earned money, and we used that car as a family. So my mom has the same mindset as Nelly in the sense that as a man, when you become 19, 20, whatever you're doing, no matter if you're in school or not, trying to better yourself, you got to get out the house. And I'm not going to lie, that hurt me so bad because when I look at people like my husband, who's Mexican, my husband is allowed to stay at home as long as he likes at any age. But it seems like in the Black community, we are so eager to put our children out on the street and make them start from the bottom. But other races of people don't do that stuff. Mexican people don't do that stuff. Indian people don't do that stuff. Maybe white people will here and there, but Mexican people will let their children stay in the house as long as they like to help them buy their first home, to help them save up, to pay off student loans. They're willing to sacrifice to see their children succeed. But for some reason in the Black community, we're not going to help our children do better than us. And it's wrong. And I hate it. No matter if they're your son or your daughter, I think as a parent, you have an obligation to ensure that your child does better in life than you are doing, I would say. But sometimes I just feel like parents, especially, in the Black community, who were raised by baby boomers. My grandma was a sharecropper. That means she picked cotton in Mountain Bayou, Mississippi. She didn't really have an education. She only went to school when it was raining. So she didn't have she was not able to give my mom a lot of support. And therefore, my mom had to raise herself. So my mom brought a lot of those attitudes into parenting when it came to myself, my brother, and my sister. So yeah, she put us out. 19, she was just like, woke me up one day when I was driving her to work in my car and was just like, hey, you got 3 months to find yourself a place to live. And I freaked out. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I'm 19 years old. I'm in college full time. I'm working full time. I don't make enough to survive. But luckily, I was able to get my own place. And, I was able to make it through. And what's so crazy is after I moved out, she came up to me and she asked me for $300 for the light bill to pay her light bill. And I was like, Mom, I don't have the money. I just paid, my down payment on my apartment. My rent's coming up. My electricity bill is coming up. Like, why did you put me out the house just to ask me for money for your electricity bill later on? Like, the shit don't make sense. So it's like we as Black people have to do better when it comes to parenting our children. And we really have to come to terms with the fact that it is our obligation to ensure our children do better than we do. So when my husband and I eventually have children, I want to ensure they are supported. I'm not going to enable them in their bad behaviors and whatnot. I'm going to instill a work ethic in them. But at the same time, they're always going to have a home to come to. If you need to stay 3 months, a year, 2 years, whatever, just don't cause any trouble. You got to follow our rules and whatnot. You can't be disrespectful, but you still have a home. Just like my husband, no matter what happens, he always has a home in Mexico. And I envy him for that, because I don't have that same type of support from my parents, my Black family. I don't have that, Do you guys, if you are a member of the Black community, does your family support you in the way that, if you fall on hard times, you can come and stay with them without paying bills? You can come and stay with them for an extended period of time without being made to feel like a child, being belittled, being made to feel like you are less than a man, being disrespected because you had to come home and stay with your parents once again. Tell me what your experience has been like as a Black person dealing with issues like that. Let's read some comments here. First, I'm reading some comments on IG, then I'll come back to you guys here on my chat. So on IG, let's see what people had to say. Sylvie says he is 100% correct. Mama Raven 99 says she just throws up the wolf emoji. We got the wolf man in the house. Okay, play the wolf emoji. Nisi says, okay, Trumper, we hear you. KMC says, shake my head. No, if one kid is allowed back, both should be. LOL, bet he changed his mind when the nursing home conversations come up. That's exactly. Like, parents are so quick to be so bold with it and kick you out when you're younger while they're still functioning as adults. But wait until they become senior citizens and it's time for them to hit that nursing home. Just wait. Because you're not always going to be able-bodied. You come into this life disabled, you're going to leave disabled. So I think about that too sometimes. Like, the way my mom put me out, what am I going to do? She's in her 50s right now. What am I going to do when she's dependent on me? Am I going to be like, hey, you know what? I'll support you a little bit, but you can't stay in my house. You got to go to a nursing home. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I cannot sit here and pretend like it has not crossed my mind, because I just feel like, should I match her energy or should I not? Or should I be better than her? What do y'all think? Should I match her energy or should I be better than her? But yes, it's going to be a whole different conversation when it's time for these parents to hit these nursing homes. Excuse me. Next comment says from I am Bree. She says, I love it because the old school parents are tougher on the women and baby the men. Really? I don't know about that. I've never seen a Black parent baby men and be tougher on women. I've never seen that. I don't know anything about that. For me, If you are a man and you don't have your own car, your own house as a black person, you are not respected in the black community. So I cannot say they are tougher on women than they are on men. The only thing they expect women to do is not have babies out of wedlock. Don't become a baby mama, bro. Next comment, last comment by Miss Renee. She says, baby your sons if you want to and see what type of husband they become. His house, his rules. All right. Let's see what you guys got to say in the chat. You said you crazy. Sean Ryan says Nelly needs to be canceled like they did Chrisette Michelle. Why? Because he performed for Donald Trump. Let me know. He needed to check, bro. He needed to check. Like Ashanti just had that baby. He needed to check. Kyle Schofield's in the house. Thank you for joining the Brotherhood. Thank you for joining the stream. Of course, you said different strokes for different folks, as they say. There's multiple roles that may lead to different goals, consecutive or not. All right, I see. Conservative or not? That's what you meant to say. Conservative or not? Okay. I don't know because we tried it a certain way. We tried relationships, thruples, hookup culture, polyamory. Being bedbugs. We tried it for decades. And look where we are now as gay men. Most of us are single in our 30s, 40s, and 50s, can't find a partner, and will eventually die alone. Like, what do you think our future is going to look like without a husband, without children? What do you think that's going to look like for us? We're going to be in nursing homes without any protection, without any advocacy. So that's why I'm saying y'all are playing our dangerous game by not listening to people like myself and Say So TV. Because we're trying to warn you guys about what's going to happen to you all in the future if you don't buckle up and wisen up while you're younger. Like, you cannot flip a switch in your 40s and 50s and decide, oh, I'm going to get married now. I'm going to have a relationship now. No, that's not how this stuff works. When you're young and good looking and viable, that is the time you need to start looking around and pay attention to who wants you instead of who you want. Because it doesn't matter who you want if that person does not want you, right? So pay attention to who wants you and give that person your love, your attention, your admiration, and that person will become your husband. And let's say, look, Kyle, let's just say this. Maybe you're not attracted to the dude that's attracted to you right now, but I'm here to tell you that people's looks change over time. Ask my husband. He right here behind me. Ask him. People's looks change over time. I've done many videos about it. You may be dating a dude in his 20s who may be a scrub, may be a 5 or 4 in the face. By the time a dude hit his 30s, 35, bro, like, the dude may become a daddy. The dude may become an 8. You just don't know. You don't know. It's a dangerous game you playing. But that's why I say, just don't pass up on a good dude. Don't pass up on a good dude while you're younger just to go out and be a bed bug. That's it. That's it. All right, Dr. Death. We got Dr. Death in the house. Thank you for joining, man. You always show love and support. I greatly appreciate it. You said, I think it's crazy that he has double standards for his children. It is crazy. It's crazy. But like we said, when it's time for that nursing home, he going to think twice. He going to think twice. And maybe the girls ain't going to want to support him. Maybe it's going to be the sons he's going to be relying on. I don't know, but you're right. Sean Wright says, facts. We got D-Rails 93 in the house. He said, you can't build wealth that way. What do you mean? You can't build wealth that way. Tell me what you mean by that. I didn't understand your comment. Nomadic Manor says, I'm 25 and living with my mother and sister. My father has always welcomed me there too. You're very blessed, bro. You're very blessed. Because a lot of us don't have parents like that. Like, one of the reasons why people's like, Alfred, you're always working, all you care about is work, making money. But they don't understand where that came from. It came from not having support. It came from, when I was in college, working full time, going to school full time before I got my degree, not knowing how I was going to eat, not having a man to support me because dudes weren't really checking for me like that. I was skinny. I had self-esteem issues. They weren't really after me. They were after other types of dudes. I would try to talk to dudes, try to get, dudes to get to know me, try to take them out on dates. They wasn't feeling me like that. And that was hard. That was hard for me. So you're very blessed to have parents that are willing to support you that way. And while you're living with your parents, stack up, be doing something to develop a skill set to try to better your life, because your parents are not going to be around forever. And once they pass away, you're going to need to have a skill set, a way to support yourself without them. So be conscious about that. And once again, be looking for a partner, because you can also, have a partner to support you financially, etc., emotionally, mentally, whatever. So thank you, Nomadic Mariner. That's a great comment you mentioned. You're definitely blessed. Twanlet says, Twanlet, you're new to the stream. Thank you for joining and welcome to the Brotherhood. You said, don't match your energy, be balanced. Okay, yep, definitely be balanced. We got a yes from you. We got, who is this? We got Big Man Owens in the house. Okay, welcome to the Brotherhood, man. I haven't seen you before in the comments, but once again, welcome. You said, I have 3 female best friends and they love me and they never talked about other gay people around me. We've been friends since childhood. They even have gay kids. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Because what we've been seeing, like we talked about last week with Dr. Heavenly, is a lot of women will have gay children and still, go out and practice and preach homophobia. Like Dr. Heavenly has a gay son, yet she's going out on the blogs and whatnot and saying gay men are not real men. So it's good that your female friends have the consciousness and the insight to not only have gay friends, but to love and accept their gay children. Because at the end of the day, no matter if they're gay or straight, the child is going to end up taking care of the parent in the end. So how you treat that child is going to come back to you in the end when it's time for you to need, a caretaker and whatnot. All right. Sean Riot says, but she needed that check too. I told you, bro. I told you Shanti needed that check. I told you, she wasn't working, Rumor has it she been in Dubai, doing some... Rumor has it Shanti been in Dubai doing something strange for a piece of change. Allegedly, I'm sure, Nelly probably knows about it or not, but she used to stay out in Dubai. Y'all remember those days on IG a few years ago? Ashanti would stay in Dubai. And we were like, Ashanti, how are you affording to go to Dubai when you don't have an album out? You haven't had a hit out in decades. How you in Dubai like that, bro? So yeah, Ashanti need her check. She need all her coins. So, I don't blame her. Get that man out there working. Sean Wright says the community is definitely obsessed with sex. It is, and it's sad. It's sad that we are willing to ruin our lives for sex. And I get it. For some people, it's like I'm practicing hookup culture to be a rebel, to show society that you can't control me. I understand that perspective. But at the end of the day, it's still self-destructive, and that's what I'm trying to tell people. It's there for a purpose. It has there's good qualities with it, but when we abuse it as gay men, we're only hurting ourselves. And taking on bodies after bodies is just taking on people's demons, taking on their trauma, taking on their addiction. So you really have to be careful about what you're doing and who you're sleeping with, because this is an energy exchange. This stuff is serious business. Like, sex is the glue that keeps a marriage together. So that's why when gay people be like, oh, I have a friend, but me and him used to mess around back in the day. That's still my friend, though. I don't believe none of that shit. I'm not with it. I don't believe none of it, because in my mind, y'all already had energy exchange. Y'all already crossed a boundary. That is no longer a friend. That is a partner, a romantic partner that you want to deem as a friend. But, when it's time to meet your actual husband, a dude you're really interested in, you're going to have to explain this shit to him. And I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, he's not going to like it. He's going to hate the fact that he has to deal with and be around dudes that used to smash you. No man is going to like that. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. Yes. Thank you, Sean Ryan. Like the video, guys. We got 18 people in the house. Like the video so we can get more people on the stream, get more comments coming in. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Okay. All right. That was Nelly in the house with this weird ass comment. I want to talk about Caleb Wilson. This made international news with this hazing incident, and that, what happened with the fraternity. I think it was in, what was it? Southern University graduate at Southern University. I think it was in. Anyhow, a dude got killed, through a hazing incident. Essentially, he got punched in the chest and died. So I'm going to read this article for you guys, coming back with my commentary. Give me just a moment. Let's pull this up. So, this is from the New York Post. It says, Southern University grad. Where's this mosquito coming from? Man, like here in Texas, we got these big ass mosquitoes. It's like, man, I'm sorry about that, you guys. This is crazy. Anyhow, it says Southern University grad arrested for delivering fatal punches in violent frat hazing of 20-year-old pledge, says the cops. It says that Southern University in Louisiana graduate has been charged after he turned himself in for the violent hazing death of pledge and beloved marching band member Caleb Wilson, with police warning that more arrests are coming. Caleb McRae, 23, faces manslaughter and criminal hazing charges for allegedly repeatedly punching Wilson in the chest with boxing gloves during the February 21st ritual, causing a fatal seizure. Baton Rouge police said, quote, Caleb McRae turned himself in with his attorney and was booked in the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison. This is his mugshot here. Decent looking dude, but it's like, this is what I want to say about this whole hazing stuff, and specifically with straight black men. When I was growing up, my uncles used to want us to fight each other. Like, my uncles used to want me to fight my cousins as a child. And I don't understand what it is about this violence culture with straight black men and, masculinity, putting on boxing gloves and, fighting each other for no reason. What is the purpose in this stuff? Can somebody drop in the comments and tell me, what's the purpose? And have you ever experienced the same thing with your uncles? Your uncles wanting you to fight your cousins as a child. Like, what is it? Like, putting on boxing gloves and punching dudes in the chest as a hazing practice. What was the purpose? You could have, had the dude, run a mile. You could have had the dude do 50 push-ups. You could have had the dude drink a shot. Something safe. But instead it's like, we as black men, I don't want to say it because it sounds so bad, but with straight black men, I just wonder, what is the fascination with boxing and wanting to see other black men fight each other? What is the fascination with it? Can y'all let me know in the comments below? Let me see here. Let's see if I can get some comments going. Give me a second. Give me just a minute, you guys. Let's read some comments. We got 108 comments. Niche Girl says, fraternity hazing that went too far. Race is unimportant in this case. White frats also haze. My son was in a frat. He made lifelong friends, and it was a big part of his positive college experience. But I do not know the extent of the hazing he went through. He told us, laughing about some of it, but there was probably more. I was never involved in Greek life, not the popular Barbie Stepford wife type, but it can be a good experience for some people. I am sure that this was accidental. They don't want to kill their pledges, but frats need to stop the extreme physical and alcohol-related hazing. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's with the physical hazing? Why do we have to participate in that? Next comment. Excuse me, guys. The gag line says, the media, excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry. It says, take one look at the perpetrator, and if he belongs to the never responsible group, present an alternative explanation. Blame the gun or the victim or randomness or mental illness. In this case, blame the fraternity. Okay. One last comment from Scott Mays. Why can't we just get rid of the whole hazing thing already? Who in their right mind would think that punching someone in the chest is acceptable and safe? Why would anyone think that having someone drink a gallon of liquor is acceptable behavior when they spent their entire young lives striving to make it to the college campus and in the college marching band or college football field, and in one day it would all be gone? I cannot imagine what the parents and his siblings must be feeling. Now this guy has ruined his life as well. Yeah, like, people don't get this stuff. Like, the shit is just weird. I used to, I was pledging to be part of a fraternity in college, and I left the shit because it was just lame to me. It's like, why do I want to be part of a group of people? Like, I'm not so thirsty to belong to a group of people that I need to participate in a hazing ritual. Like, I just don't see the benefit of fraternities unless it's about getting a job when you graduate. I just don't see the benefit because, to me, it's just drama. Like, being around a lot of people is just too much drama for me at this age. Even at 20, too much drama. Like, I don't want to be constantly around people all the time. I got shit to do. I had to work, go to school. I don't got time for all that bullshit. Let's read some comments here. Twinlet says, I've been celibate and still waiting for my husband. It gets frustrating, but I'm 38 and fear I'm running out of time. You know what? I was celibate for 5 years before I met my husband. 5 years. So I was celibate from the ages of like 20 to 25. I didn't even kiss a guy during those times. And I met him. And once again, it comes down to giving people a chance. Giving people a chance. Even if you don't like the guy, go out on a date with him. You never know what the vibe is going to be on a date. Like, we always want to look at the picture and make a decision based on the picture. And, even worse, get new photos and make a decision. Like, don't get nobody's new photos, bro. Like, the fantasy, the anticipation, the excitement comes in with the mystery. It's about the mystery. So remain a mystery. Go out on dates. Don't, give up the goods. Don't show the goods. We all know that when you love a dude, 4 inches will feel like 8. 5 inches will feel like 10. Like, the love is all that matters. It's all about the love at the end of the day. Great comment there. We got Kimmy's Way. He says, I feel like the community is obsessed with sex because that's all we know. We have to unlearn it. We do. And that's why I said people like myself and Say So TV, that's why our message is becoming more popular and people are starting to tune in because it's something new. It's something fresh. It's something different because what we've been doing for the past few decades is not working and people are not happy. People want partners. They want husbands. They want relationships and they want stability and security. They don't want hookup culture. They don't want it. Sean Jariah says, I feel like it's ritualistic. Do you mean the hazing incident? Like you feel like his death was ritualistic? It probably was. With these fraternities, you just never know. You never know, bro. You just never know. Okay, let's see. We got Chief Soul Survivor. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Of course, Replay Gang in the building. Hello to everyone. Yes, thank you so much for joining. I greatly appreciate the comment. Welcome to the stream. We got Marcel, the experience in the house, the experience. I love that. One of my subscribers is like really on you, bro. Like he was really like, I want to meet Marcel, the experience. Like, what's the experience? So I was like, I don't know, but I'll try to hook you up with Marcel and maybe you guys can talk and get to know each other a little bit more. But I'm down to do that for y'all. Like if there's somebody on my stream or somebody that subscribes to my channel that leaves a comment, y'all want to get to know, I can definitely try to, hook y'all up and see where y'all can go, see where y'all can take things, Anyhow, Marcel says, I'm trying to erase my... He's so crazy. He's so crazy. Let me read that again. You said, I'm trying to erase my whole phase I had early in life, but according to Say So, ain't nobody going to want me now. It's tough. It's tough because you cannot reset that whole phase. You cannot reset your body count. Once you done, had it, it's hard to reset it. The only thing you can do is move away and start a new life somewhere else. A new life where if you meet a dude you really like, he's not going to run into the dudes that you already had interactions with because you know how messy gays are. If you try to date a new man and you're happy, you're booed up, he's good looking, he has a nice stable job, he loves you, most importantly, he loves you, and they see that he loves you, they're going to be messy, they're going to come to that dude and be like, oh, I smashed your bro, I smashed your dude. Oh, I had him, like I had him already. And how is your potential husband going to feel about that? Think about it. Marcel, what would he say? If he has multiple dudes coming up to him saying, oh, I smashed Marcel, the experience, how is your husband, fiance, going to feel about that? We got to think about this stuff before we start hooking up. So when I was celibate for 5 years, I was always thinking about that. Like, man, if I get out on these streets and be a bed bug, I'm going to have to explain this shit to my husband. And I don't want to explain this stuff to my husband because I will be embarrassed to do so. Like, hey, I had telling my husband, now imagine me dating him, I had 65 bodies on me. My husband would be like, what the he'd be like, are you serious? Like, no, like, why would I? No. So all hope is not lost for you, Marcel. What I want to say is keep the hope and keep the faith that you will find a husband, because no matter how many times I got my heart broken, I never lost faith that I would find a husband and I would get married. No matter what I went through, I never lost that faith. So keep that faith alive and you will find a man. You will find a man. Kyle says, I don't date anymore at all. Those who so happen to fit into superficial boxes have a higher likelihood of successful relationship given they work on themselves mentally. What do you mean by that? And why did you stop dating? That's the thing, is like, that's why one of the reasons why I started the Alpha platform. Too many of us are giving up prematurely. Why are you giving up on love? Why? Like, you're not dead yet. Like, it's so sad to go about life and not even have a crush, not have a romantic partner. That's a very sad, lonely experience in life. So why give up on dating and love when that's part of living, bro? That's part of life. I would never give up on dating. I would never give up on having a crush. Like, we experience dopamine. It's like a drug to us. We're supposed to be experiencing these things. So when people say, specifically gay guys say, I don't want to date anymore, it's weird to me. It's like, why? It's like saying you don't want to feel happy anymore. You've probably been dating the wrong guys, Who have you been dating? Probably the wrong people. I don't know. But yeah, don't give up. You know, we got Marcel in the house looking for a partner. We got, you know, who else is single? We got Chief Soul Survivor single. Who is it? Nomadic Mariner, I believe he's single as well. Sean Riot, you probably single. Big Man Owens, are you single, bro? Like, we got a lot of single dudes in the house that y'all can all link up and talk to. Y'all can, you know, talk right now in the chat. In the chat, y'all all looking for the same thing. So why not speak to each other and get to know each other? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying. Okay, we talked about Caleb Wilson and the hazing incident and why black dudes are always, specifically straight black dudes, are always trying to fight each other and do fuck shit and hazing rituals and whatnot. You know, I like to talk about politics because we all are affected by politics, specifically us in the LGBTQ plus community. We are not gonna hold on before I go on the topic. Let me read this comment. Nomadic Mariner says, I'm single, but there's a guy that likes me, but I'm also bi and like girls too. It would be nice for a poly situation. Nomadic Mariner, that's not gonna work out, bro. And nobody, people, the idea of a polyamorous relationship sounds good, but the logistics are not gonna work, bro. So you're gonna have to pick a side. Either you're gonna date dudes or you're gonna date women, but you're not gonna have both, bro. Because you're gonna want one more than the other. Sorry, it's my husband. Give me a second. Yeah, so this is what my husband just said. This is what he passed me, by the way. My husband is so he passed me this note. He said, we chatted as friends when we met on Scruff. Yeah, we met on Scruff, right? We met on Scruff, the dating app Scruff. We chatted as friends for several months. Then we went on a date and then we waited for sex. We did wait. We wait many months for sex. And a lot of dudes won't do that, but it makes a difference. So getting back to your comment, bro. He said that's what made it special. Bro, polyamory, it's not gonna work, bro. It's gonna be one person that you like more than the other, and more than likely it's gonna be that dude, because once you get your back blown out by that dude, he's gonna be able to give you a experience that woman can't give you. And you know, two men together just work better. I'm not lying. Like, the data is out there. Two men have the lowest divorce rate in the entire nation. Two women, lesbian marriages, they have the highest one. And you know, you have heterosexual marriages in the middle, but two men together, it's a sickening couple. It's a lifetime relationship that will work, that will just keep working. So yeah, I definitely feel like you'll end up with a dude. And but yeah, figure it out first. I don't encourage polyamory. I don't want to see you in that situation. But yeah, man, until you get your mind right, please do not hook up with the dudes here in my chat. Don't try to date them at all. I just want you to get your mind right. Sorry to piss you off, bro. Sorry to make you upset, but that's just how I feel about it. I'm not going to encourage polyamory on this channel because y'all know what I'm about. You know I'm about monogamy. Y'all know I'm about building a life with another man. You said thank you for the advice, Alfred. Yeah, and thank you for being a good sport. Thank you for not going off on me. Thank you for not saying, oh, I'm unsubscribing from you because you said some fuck shit to me. Like, you weren't like that. So thank you for just being honest and for being nice about my commentary. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, man, just choose a side. Try to, choose a side if you can. And I'm not saying it's wrong to be bisexual. I'm just saying that it's probably not ideal to expect to have both a boyfriend and a girlfriend at the same time. I just don't think it's going to work out. I could see it happening if you have like two girlfriends or two boyfriends, maybe, but having a boyfriend and a girlfriend, I don't know if that's going to work out. I don't see that working out. Yes, you said it's all love over here. Yes, it's always been all love. I appreciate it. You're one of my day one, so I appreciate it. All right, you guys. I want to talk about Trump and Zelensky and Ukraine because, like I said, we're all going to be affected by the economy and politics. I know it's not entertainment content, but once again, it's very important because we could be staring down the barrel of not only a recession, but World War III, which is very much a reality, could become a reality in the future for us. So just give me just a moment here. I want to play this video. I'm going to come back with my commentary because I feel like us denying Ukraine aid, I'm going to be honest with you guys. At first, I was upset with the idea of Trump not giving aid to Ukraine because I'm like, that's one of our allies. We're strategic with our giving because it helps us with alliances. It helps us build alliances with other countries and whatnot. So at first, it was upset, but then I realized I remembered how the Ukrainian people treated the African people when the war first started. how they mistreated the black people, how they mistreated even pregnant black women, how they would not allow them to escape, how they wanted black people, innocent black people, to fight for Ukraine against Russia, when these black people were simply students. They were refugees there. They weren't, why do y'all want black people to fight, but yet y'all are so racist against black people in those specific countries? Why do y'all want black people to fight for y'all? Like, it don't make sense to me. So let's play this video. I'll come back with my commentary, and then we will get into it. Give me just a moment. We'll blow this up, and we'll see this Karen here, JD Vance, get into it with Zelensky.
For 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden, of thumping our chest and pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of you.
The war started. That's how embarrassing this shit is. As an American, like, we elected this idiot into office, and he don't even know when the war started. Just clueless.
But during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come one.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you.
So Zelensky brought up a good point. JD Vance has never even been to Ukraine, so he has all these opinions about it, but he's never even been to the damn country.
Bring people, you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future.
Listen to that. This man is speaking facts. And that's why I want to, always talk about politics on my channel, because even though this stuff is happening overseas, we are going to feel this. If Russia takes over Ukraine, they're not going to stop at Ukraine. Y'all know this, right? Like, they're going to keep conquering other parts of Europe. And eventually, the ocean is not going to be able to protect us. Like, it can only protect us for so long. If Russia finds a way to become allies with Mexico or Canada or whatnot, it's over for us. It's over for us. I don't know about y'all, but are y'all ready to fight for a country that hates y'all? As a gay man, are you ready to fight? for a country that hates us, that's willing to take away our rights. You know, our ancestors have always been fighting for this country just to come home and get shitted on. So it's like Zelensky is warning us. This stuff is coming to America. We can't hide from this stuff. This stuff is going to affect us.
God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You
God
don't know
bless. You will
Don't-
not
you
have
gotta-
war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering all
position
these
to
questions.
dictate that.
That's exactly
Remember
what
this.
you're
doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're
will-
going to feel very
you will
good.
feel influenced.
We're going to feel
I'm-
very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and
of
he
the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Abraham,
position.
I was
have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you don't.
I'm very
Yeah, you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling
I'm the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
What do you think
You're
about-
gambling with
what do you
World
think about-
War III. And
Yeah.
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
I'm
That's
with
back
all
to you.
respect to you.
Far more than a lot of people said
I'm very
they should
respectful.
have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire
today.
meeting, have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country's
Can I-
in big
can I-
trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
Can
You've
I
done a
answer?
lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn
We-
good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
allowed.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You
We
voted
gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and
voted
your men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about
If
West?
you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
in 3
okay?
days. I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks. Of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of
except
times
that
thank
there,
you
except
to
that,
American people.
except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong.
Okay.
We know that
Okay, I'm not going to play the full video because I think we all get the gist of it. But there's so much more to this discussion other than the aid that we've given to Ukraine. I truly feel like the reason why they are arguing and having a disagreement is because Trump wants access to the rare minerals and earth metals that are in Ukraine. And he's pressuring Zelensky to give him access to those metals because he wants to pocket from it. He wants to profit from it. Personally, I don't feel like we as the American people will receive the profits from such a transaction, but he would. So it's like a quid pro quo type of thing. If you don't give me these earth metals, I'm not going to give you aid to fight Russia. So there's a lot going on in the background that we don't know about. And I will say, as an American, this shit is embarrassing to the fact that he said we were going to stop aid for Ukraine, right? He said we're going to stop it. Just for, 3 days later, aid to be resumed. So it's like Trump is constantly going back and forth about what he's going to do, what he's not going to do. But we are playing a very dangerous game. Not only are we looking at another world war, but we're looking at a recession because of Donald Trump. A recession. At my job, we have multiple all staff company meetings talking about layoffs. I don't know if I'll have a job in the future. I don't know if some of you guys, have you had conversations about layoffs and whatnot? Will you have a job in the future? Let me know in the comments below. But everything this man is doing is affecting each and every one of us. And we're going to feel the pain. We're going to feel the pain as gay people, as a working class people, as Black people. And what I'm going to say specifically to Black people is don't take their bait. Don't take their bait. We already see Trump came out to say we're going to erase Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington, D.C. We're going to potentially release Derek Chauvin, who is the police officer that killed George Floyd. We're going to release him. And I think that's bait to try to get Black people to go out in the streets and protest. And once we do so, they're going to declare martial law now that police have qualified immunity, meaning police can delete you without being charged. That's crazy. That's scary. A police can draw a weapon on you today, delete you accidentally, and not be charged and not go to jail. So Black people, stand down. Don't take the bait and don't get out there and protest. Don't get out and fight. Whatever they done to us, no matter what they do to us, we've always survived and thrived in this country. We don't run away. We don't go out and immigrate to other countries. Our people stay put and we fight, we thrive, and we survive. Nothing they can do can wipe us out. So yeah, it's very important that we keep our eye on the prize and we don't get caught up in what Trump is doing and take the bait from JD Vance specifically. Let's read some comments here. We got give me just a moment. Kyle, you talked about relationships. You said, concerning relationships, you said, I just got tired, wasted over 10 years looking for love, was in love, loved and caught feelings for 3 different people. None love me for real. No one has. Searching felt like beating a dead horse. Bro, you only tried 3 people? Do you know how many men I dated before I met my husband? How many times I had my heart broken before I met my husband? I can't even count the dudes. The thing was, I didn't sleep with them. That's the thing. I didn't sleep with them. So I got so used to being rejected and just ghosted that it stopped affecting me after a while. It stopped affecting me. So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't let these dudes affect you. And the way you do that is don't sleep with them. Because once you sleep with them, you become emotionally invested in them. So if they don't sleep with you and they want to ghost you and whatnot, it's like no skin off your back. It's like whatever. It's like whatever. So, you know, send me an email, bro. Send me an email and I will give you some helpful tips and advice on how to navigate the situation and how to change your mindset about it, because you seem too young to want to give up on dating and love. And 3 people is not enough people to date to want to give up on love just because it didn't work out for those 3 people. Like, if y'all knew, I said yes to almost every date I got asked on. Even if I didn't like to do, I wanted the hot meal sometimes, the laughs, a good time, the drinks, you know, like, and surprisingly, I had a good time. I just didn't sleep with them. You know, I had fun. Have fun, bro. Okay, next comment. I felt like that the greatest freedom is to be free from that desire. You mean the desire to be in a relationship? I don't agree with that. I feel like the greatest freedom is to love yourself. Love yourself, know your worth, and stop doing things to negate shame away from you as a gay man. That's when you know you've reached a level of freedom that nobody can touch. Kimani's Way says, I cannot stand JD Vance man either, bro. I don't want to call him sassy because I don't believe in calling men sassy, but, you know, he's as close to it as it can get, as a man can get. Kyle says, as a Black man, I really try to have pride and love of country, but when I see the stupidity and bigotry Americans support, I don't know. People need to keep a close eye on the Taiwan situation, though. Yep. You're right. China is gearing up. China is ready for whatever, bro. Like, China's like, if you want war, we can bring war. North Korea too. My husband said North Korea too. If you want war, we can bring war. If you want a trade war, we can do that too. If you want a tech war, we can do that too. If you want, you know, whatever you want to do, we can do it. But right now, we're in a dangerous situation where we're alienating ourselves from our allies, and we need our allies. Like, we need Taiwan, we need Ukraine, because in case something jumps off of Russia, we're going to need to put troops on the ground in Ukraine, Taiwan, to be able to attack China and Russia. If we lose those bases, we're screwed. Game over. Okay, you guys, I don't want to make this long stream because I made dinner for my husband. I really want to get back to spending time with him. I just want to come on here and say hello, shoot the shit with you guys, go through some hot topics with you all, and thank you guys for love and support. Once again, I'm going to film my Argentina. I'm going to post my Argentinian vlog pretty soon. I hope you guys watch and support it. I have some other things coming down the pipeline for Pride Month. I hope you support that as well. Some very exciting things happening. You know, some very exciting things happening. I just want to thank you guys for love and support. I'm not out here trying to be an influencer. I'm not out here trying to get you guys' money and things like that. I just want to see you guys do well in life. I want to see you in love. I want to see you find a partner. And I want to see you overcome the shame and the hatred that we've all experienced as gay people. I want to see you live your best life. Seriously, that's what I really want for each and every one of you guys. So anyhow, Wolf is back. Wolf Pack, take care and peace. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Gotta go.
I don't want to say a nigga bluff, nigga kill, nigga up. Nigga, what's up?